Hey, I'm Mike, and this is the weekly recap for the week of July 23rd to the 29th. This week I spent the majority of my time in retail in pre-patch getting ready for the War Within. So when the servers came up on Tuesday, which by the way, I think that's like the longest maintenance window I've ever seen in my life. I was really starting to feel it. I really wanted to get onto WoW and I couldn't, and it was just frustrating. So I played a little bit Tuesday night and then I played a lot more on Wednesday. But one of the first things I did is I went through all the currencies that were available and I transferred as much of them as I could to my warrior. I was a little bit disappointed to see that some old expansions, like with war resources and stuff, there was a transfer penalty. So hopefully that gets changed in the future. But from there, I redid all my talents on my warrior. Because I'm a casual player, I just go through the talent tree myself and see what is cool, what I like, and just take that. If I go into Mythic Plus or rating, I'll probably go copy a loadout, but for just leveling and stuff and questing, I don't really think that's necessary. That was fun, but as always, I always feel like I'm missing talents. Like I'm always like, do I take this or that? I have to take this, but I'm missing that. I am happy that I'm going to have 10 additional points in the War Within, so the stuff that I am missing out on right now, I will be able to get. But I'm definitely feeling like, I don't know if I should take one talent over the other. And that's a fun experience. I'm really glad. I think it was in Dragonflight, or maybe it was last expansion, that they brought back the actual talent tree, because it's way more fun to deal with it that way. Also, one of the first things I did is that I replaced my Netherwing Drake for flying. I love that thing, but it's just a little bit too big for me. But I'm back on Invincible, finally. That is my mount of choice, just because it's nice and small, looks pretty cool. But it's so nice now being able to skyride, I guess it's called, with more than just a pick of like 5 mounts. I spent some time also doing the quests for the War Within pre-order stuff to get the 3 additional pets and transmogs. In total, I'd say that probably took maybe an hour or an hour and a half. The initial quest line for the pets and I think it was like 50 storm spirits wasn't that long. I saw a comment on Wowhead that just said they went into a follower dungeon, which I forgot even existed, and they got that quest done right away, which I did as well. And then the follow-up quest to get 500 storm spirits was definitely a little bit longer, but I just did the same thing there. I just ran through follower dungeons because, one, I wanted to get it done quickly, but also I found that the dungeons were dropping the Drake cosmetics that I needed from the last bosses almost 100%. So I just ran those over and over again. Halls of Infusion, there was one I needed off that last boss that just was not dropping. I think I ran that place like a dozen times and I finally got it, so that was nice. But I finished all that up. The transmogs don't look that bad. I kind of do like them. I might wear them on an alt or two. Just yesterday, I started cleaning up my bags and my bank, kind of an end of expansion purge. And I'm not done yet, but it does look a lot cleaner. So I have gone through pretty much everything I was carrying from this expansion and either got rid of it, sold it, or in some cases, like there's a bunch of those like reputation tokens. I'm just gonna go hand in to get something that I can either disenchant or sell back or just get rid of, just so I don't have to have them in my bank. But it is such a nice feeling to kind of get everything cleaned up a bit, getting ready for the expansion, just having that space, and it just doesn't feel as cluttered. The thing that I spent a lot of time on this week was actually add-ons though. For the first time in a while, I reviewed all of my add-ons and just decided what do I actually use and not use and what can I get rid of. So I went through all of them and I deleted ones I never used anymore, like Garrison Mission Manager from Warlords, Altaholic, or Move Anything. I went through every add-on to see when it was last updated, and in some cases they had been abandoned like years ago, so I replaced them with the new version. So for example, Paste I replaced with Paste NG, or Gladius with Gladius X. And then after that, I went through CurseForge to find what add-ons there are to see if there's anything new that's come out since I last looked and get some new stuff. Like I got like a Handy Notes edition, I got a Tooltip add-on, I got a debuff tracker for nameplates. And I was just looking to see what there is because it has been a while since I went through all the add-ons, and there was some stuff that I was like, oh, this is actually helpful for me and I want to have it. But then in addition to that, what I did was I ended up enabling one add-on at a time and then seeing what does it do. Because there's some add-ons like Weak Auras, for example. There's like the Weak Auras main add-on, and then there's Weak Auras Archive and Weak Auras Options. And I usually disable those, but I was like, what do those actually do? But I did that for all my add-ons and deleted some more that I didn't need anymore. And then as I was doing that, I was going through all the settings for each add-on and seeing if there's anything that I wanted to change or update. So I went through every single setting and spent a lot of time. I think it was like in total, probably like 6 or so hours that I spent just working through add-ons. Nothing big, nothing major that's going to really make that big of an impact on my UI or like the videos that you watch. But it was nice to kind of just make sure everything is looking to my liking. And then I went through all of my macros, which I didn't have many, but I just deleted the few that I never use anymore. And then lastly, I went through all the game options and updated things as needed. It was nice to kind of go through all that and see what has been added and what has been changed and anything that I wanted to add to my experience. This upcoming week, I plan on doing more of that. I'm going to finish up going through my warrior's bags and then my alts as well. There's a few items in there that I just want to get rid of finally, so I'm going to just try and go through the quests or whatever it is to get those things. Like I have artifacts pieces from Legion that I just need. I'm missing one third of the artifacts, so I just need to get that 1/3. Outside of that, mount farming is probably the most time-consuming thing that I did this week. I spent some more time in Naxxramas going for the mounts that you need from there. I believe I have all the things that I need, so I should be able to get that this week if I have the time to go do that. I did more Dragon Soul runs. I think I did 8 this week, but still no mount, so hooray for me, more Dragon Soul runs. But there is some good news, and it's part of the reason I'm not as tilted about Dragon Soul this week, and it's because the Night Fae Assault was up once again, and I finally got the Wild Hunt Leg Splitter. This mount is so ugly, I'm never going to use it, but it's the last Shadowlands assault mount that I needed, and it's over. I never have to do that awful assault ever again. That stupid quest with like the tree thing where you have to like save 50 people and hurt other people and like close 8 portals. That thing takes like 45 minutes. The worst. And I'm so glad it's over. I never have to go back. Since those assaults came out and for as long as I've been subscribed, I think I've only missed like 1 or 2. In addition to that, I got the Imagawing mount, which is the last Dream Infusion mount that I needed, so I'm all done in the Emerald Dream. For achievements this week, I was kind of disappointed because I thought in the beta I got more achievements, but when the servers came up, I actually lost 50 points, so I ended last week at 38,930. Losing 50 brought me down to 38,880. I was talking earlier how I was doing the follower dungeons for the Drake cosmetics. Of all the ones that I got, there was one that got me an achievement, so I got 5 additional points, so I'm ending the week at 38,885. So a little bit of a setback, but I'm still close enough to 39,000. I'm not too upset about it, but it still kind of sucks. Over in Mop Remix, I'm officially done. I'm not going to be playing any more of that. I've done everything that I wanted to do, and it's over. So this week, I was able to get the last of my characters to level 70, so I got my Worgen Unholy Death Knight, my Void Elf Arcane Mage, Draenei Protection, Paladin, Mechanome, Assassination Rogue, Drakthir Evoker, Preservation Evoker, that is, for Horde, my Troll Shadow Priest, my Night Elf Survival Hunter, my Undead Demonology Warlock, and finally my Blood Elf Havoc Demon Hunter. All got to level 70 this week. So now I have at least one character for every spec in the game. I don't need anything else. I've gotten everything I wanted out of that game mode and then some. I wasn't expecting to level this many alts. So that's it for me. I had a fantastic time playing Mop. I really enjoyed it. I'll have a more long form review closer to the end of the event, but that should be it for me for now. Going back to retail for a moment, I forgot that the actual pre-patch event is going live today. So I'll be spending some time doing that, getting whatever achievements are necessary for that. And if there's any pets, mounts, toys, or cool appearances, I'll make sure to get those. From what I see, people are saying it's apparently a good alt leveling process. So that might be a good way to get some more characters level 70 that are in their 60s or high 50s that are not Mop characters. I don't know anything about what the actual pre-patch event is. I'm just going to kind of log in and have the game guide me and see what's going on. But the War Within is coming. I'm getting ready, and I'm sure all of you are as well. So this is exciting times. In other news, this week I watched the original Karate Kid movie. Overall, I think it was okay. It had some good life lessons, I suppose. And I think the ending was really funny because of how abrupt it was. Like, Buddy wins the championship, gets the title. The guy's like, oh, you're actually okay. And then credits. So I had a good giggle out of that. And yesterday I finished watching the Presumed Innocent show. It was okay. I didn't mind watching it. It was just nothing that really kind of gripped me in hard. And I personally just really hated the ending, so it's kind of soured me on the rest of the show looking back on it. Wasn't a fan of that, and it really didn't make much sense to me, so that's unfortunate. But that's it for me. We are only a few weeks away from the War Within. Let me know how you're feeling, what you're excited about, what you're not excited about, what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're doing in-game, whether it's retail, classic, or any other version of the game. How's life? How's work? How's the summer? Watching any good movies or listening to some good music lately? Let me know. As always, I'm working towards 100,000 subscribers, so every little bit helps. So if you like this video or any of my others and you haven't yet and you wanted to at least consider subscribing, I would really appreciate it. Whether you do or you don't, I still love you. Thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a terrific day, a terrific week, and I will talk at you next week. Bye-bye.